hit and defend the north goal.
Glad you tuned in tonight on AM 1380 WHRS. The state championship game in Class 4A is about to begin. Brian Lind is the other deep back to receive for St. X. The official gives the signal, and we're ready to play football. Hampton gets off a short kick. It hits on the 13-yard line, picked up by Capizano on the 7, takes it to the far side of the field, and he's brought down right on the 20-yard line. Dwayne Morton was there, John Watts was there, and also Tom Shropshire. So St. X takes over just over the Tigers' 21-yard line, just into the football game. Glad you tuned in. Lee Wagner, the quarterback for St. X, leads his team up to the line of scrimmage. They're running out of the split backfield with Hubbs. It's a give to Carl Daly right up the middle. He gets it out to the 25, about the 26-yard line. Pick up a 5 yards on the play. We'll set up 2nd and 5 for the Tigers.
Nice job along the interior defensive front four as Sean Roach and John Hatton were on the bottom of the stack, and they were joined by Tom Shropshire. Gain of 5 yards on the first play off left tackle by the St. X Tigers.
Charlie Allen split wide to the near side. Now X running out of the I formation. It's a give to Hubbs right up the middle, and not much there. He lunges forward and picks up about a yard. Tim Hampton in on the stop, along with the other defensive end, number 32, Kenny Davis. Pickup of 1. It's going to set up 3rd down and 4 yards to go for X.
Excellent teamwork by the defensive ends, Tim Hampton and Kenny Davis, as you called it, Graham. They were joined by the outside linebacker, Dwayne Morton. Short pickup to set up 3rd and 4, first big down of this football game.
Miguel Montano split wide to the far side, still running out of the split backfield. Wagner drops back to pass, and it's almost intercepted by Ryan Hudson. The pass was intended for Montano out on the 37-yard line, but he was way underthrown. So the Clark County defense has done the job here on this first possession by St. X. And now they'll be forced to punt. Jerome Embry dropping back in safety for the Cardinals.
Number 5, Jerome Embry.
Kind of a low snap, a very low punt. It bounces on the 47, and Clark County's just going to let it roll dead. Number 34, Steve Burmester, the punter for St. X, not very happy with himself on that one. It was a very low kick, so the ball rolls dead on the GRC 43-yard line, and the Cardinals will take over there, 1st and 10.
And the Cardinals take over.
2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first period. No score. Dale Goff leads his team up to the line of scrimmage. At center, Jerome Embry calling out the play. He has Hampton and Clay on the wings. Clay in motion to the near side. It's a give to Clay. Tries to go off right tackle, and I mean absolutely nothing there. But he's going to be lost for. They never did bring him down, but there was a loss that time. Big number 33, Brandon Myers. Well, he's not that big, 5'8", 190, but he played awfully big that time. Stopped him for a loss of about 3 yards on the play.
Outstanding defensive pursuit by the St. X Tigers, Graham. They play the 6'4", the wide tackle 6, and their job is to try to stop the wide stuff and stop the speed of Eric Clay, Tim Hampton, and Jerome Embry on the options they did at that time.
Kirby Varney split wide to the near side, still in the double wing formation. Hampton in motion to the far side of the field. Embry rolls out on the keeper, looks like all the way, looking for running room, and absolutely nothing. Picked up maybe 2 yards, but does not get back to the original line of scrimmage. And now somebody's very slow getting up. I believe that is Jerome Embry.
Nice tackle by the rolling linebacker, number 35, Adam Robinson, 5'8", 196 pounds, and he's very quick, Graham. Jerome simply had no room to run that time. Cardinals have snapped the ball twice. They're looking at 3rd and 10 situation from their own 44-yard line. Excellent defensive pursuit by the entire St. X team. They fly to the football, Graham.
This is an excellent defense. Only one team has scored over 9 points on St. X all season long. That was Trinity. Embry, it's the inside reverse to Tim Hampton. He gets it up to midfield, but that's not going to be enough for the first down. It was a pickup of about 8 yards on the play. The initial handoff to Eric Clay, who in turn handed off to Hampton. That's going to make it 4th down and just a little over 2 yards to go now for the Cardinals.
Excellent defensive play by the right quarterback, Keith Button, only 5'6", 168 pounds. He came up and made a nice, crisp tackle on Tim Hampton. Tim was trying to shed him, but he couldn't do it.
John Watts in the snap. Eric Clay, the up back. Hampton standing back on his 38-yard line. It's a nice snap. He's got plenty of time. Gets off a very low kick. Fair catch signal for down on the 23-yard line. Yeah, that's Frank Capizano. So St. X will take over there on their own 23. 8 minutes, 19 seconds remaining in the first period. No score. Both teams' defenses coming out playing very well tonight. St. X had to punt on their first possession. Clark County just had to punt on their first possession. X running out of the I formation. It's a fake, and Wagner takes off to the near side, plays over there, but he finds somebody here, and he gets up to the 30. He finally pushed out of bounds on about the 35-yard line. Nice bit of faking that time by Will Wagner. He faked the pitch to the tailback Carl Daly and then took off on the naked reverse to the near side of the field. Gets it right up to the St. X 45-yard line where it's a first down for the Tigers, their first of this football game.
Nice play by St. X, and Kenny Davis had got good penetration on that play, but the tight end, number 84, Paul Gordner at 5'11", 206 was there, and he cut Kenny down.
Running out of the I again. It's a pass to Montano. It's a little screen pass on the far side of the field. He's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards on the play as Wagner just stood straight up and fired it to Montano over on the 45-yard line, almost on the line of scrimmage, and then he picks up 5 yards to make it second down and 5 yards to go.
Miguel Montano at 5'8", 143, perhaps is the fastest player on this St. X team, and they want to get the football to him a lot like UK tries to do with Kurt Johnson, Graham. Good coverage by the Cardinals, though.
It's a give to Daly. Tries to go off left tackle, but not much there. 1, maybe 2 yards. John Hatton in on the stop for Clark County, along with Dwayne Morton and Tom Schwabscher.
Been very impressed with the interior defensive line play of John Hatton and Sean Roach there as they're standing up the offensive line for St. X and letting the linebackers come in and make the hits. That was a short gain to set up a 3rd and 3, Graham.
Pick up a 2 yards on the play. The ball is on the GRC 48-yard line where it is. 3rd down and 3 yards to go. X now running out of the split backfield. Wagner, it's a give to Jerry Hobbs right up the middle, and I don't think he's going to have enough for a first down. Looks like he picks up about 1 yard on the play. He tried to go off right tackle. John Hatton again in on the stop for Clark County, along with Schwabscher and Davis. Gain of 1 yard on the play. It's going to set up 4th down and 2 yards to go, so this is going to be an interesting call for St. X coach Mike Glazer. It looks like the Tigers are going to go for it.
I look for St. X to change the snap count, Graham, and try to throw the Cardinals offside.
Well, they're running out of the I formation. Now they shift into the split backfield with twin sets to the far side. And now Wagner signals for timeout. He doesn't like what he sees. So with timeout on the field, we'll take one, too. You're listening to GRC Cardinal Football on AM 1380. Lee Wagner, the quarterback, did not like what he saw and called timeout. And now they're going to drop back into punt formation. But this would be a golden opportunity to fake one. Oh, looks like that St. X did exactly what they wanted to, Angie. I believe they drew Clark County offside.
I believe that's going to be dead ball encroachment against the Cardinals, Graham, on the far side. I believe it was Tim Hampton. Tim Hampton has blocked 4 punts this year, and he wanted to come very hard, but he got a quick start that time, and it cost him. If that's going to give St. X a 5-yard penalty and obviously a first down. St. X called a timeout. Apparently Mike Glazer did exactly what he wanted to do in a situation where they've got confidence in their defense. They probably didn't really want to punt the football, and they were successful as they drew Tim Hampton into the neutral zone, picked up 5 yards and a big first down as they drive now into Cardinal territory. 1st and 10 from the Clark County 42-yard line.
Twin sets to the near side of the field, split backfield. It's a pitch back to Daly. He tries to go to the far side, and nothing there at all as he's driven out of bounds by a whole host of white shirts. No gain on the play. Sets up 2nd down and 10 yards to go.
Dreley tried to go wide. There was absolutely nothing there. Graham, Tim Hampton, Ryan Hudson, Dwayne Morton, Kenny Davis were all there to drive him out of bounds. They credit him with no gain to set up a 2nd and 10 situation. Cardinals fired up and they answer the situation with excellent defensive pursuit, flying to the football right in front of head coach Don Danko and his assistant Marty Joyce on the Cardinal sideline. 2nd and 10 from the Cardinal 42.
Running out of the I now. Wagner drops back to pass, looking for Montano. And here comes Kirby Varney. He's scrambling. Here comes John Hatton. Now Wagner throws it long downfield, and it's incomplete. Nice throw. It was intended for Cincy Serrero, 5'7", 155 pounds, and a junior. Number 30, he was open down on the 30-yard line, but Wagner overthrew him. But I tell you, he can scramble.
He can scramble. He's very quick, but he used up a lot of energy on that thing as John Hatton, Kirby Varney, and Tim Hampton were back there. He was scrambling for his life. His receiver was wide open, Graham, but he had to throw the ball to the far side of the field and threw it about 35 yards in the air. It was a very, very close situation because Ryan Hudson had lost a couple of steps as he was coming up to run protect. Big break for the Cardinals.
Twin sets to the near side. I formation again. Wagner drops straight back to pass. Throws it long downfield, and it's incomplete. It was intended for, I believe that's number 36, Brent Foreman, but he was overthrown. Eric Clay, Dwayne Morton, and Ryan Hudson were deep in coverage along with Stephon Bruton, so that's going to set up 4th down and long right at 10 yards for St. X, and they will have to punt the football this time. The ball is on the Clark County 42-yard line.
St. X is throwing the football a little more than we thought they would, Graham, and they've had some people open as it looks like the Cardinals are using the zone defense tonight versus the man-to-man coverage that we've seen them use most of this season.
Punt's going to be down inside the GRC 20-yard line, about the 16-yard line. Steve Burmeister doing a nice job punting. Not trying to get off a long punt that time, but 10 Clark County back, which they did. This St. X defense is good. They're allowing only 5.6 points a game. They're not an explosive team on offense, but they do have a superb defense led by the All-State inside linebacker Mike Schellenberger. Clark County now comes up to the line of scrimmage. 5:14 remaining in the first period. The ball is on the 17-yard line. To give up the middle to Kenny Davis, he brings it out over the 20-yard line to about the 22. Gain of 5 yards on the play. Sets up 2nd down and 5 for Clark County.
Quick hitter right up the middle, following the blocking of Dale Goff, James Stoltz, and Tom Shropshire. A nice 3-yard gain. Kenny Davis running very hard. His first carry in the stop once again made by an outstanding linebacker. He's made a number of tackles. Adam Robinson, 5'8", 196 pounds. He's a player. He'll hit you, Graham.
Jerome Embry, hands under center, calling out the play. Hampton in motion to the far side. It's a give to Davis again up the middle, and he gets it out over the 25-yard line to about...
And the stop was by number 29, Frank Empazano.
About 2 yards to go down for the Cardinals.
St. X with 6 to 7 people aligned along the defensive front. The Cardinals are trying to soften them up inside, going with Kenny Davis on 2 consecutive carries. He picked up 9 yards, Graham, and if you can get through that first wave of defense, he's got room to run. Excellent call by the Cardinal coaching staff. 3rd and 1, big down for the Cardinals from their own 26-yard line.
Barney split wide to the far side. Clay on the wing. It's a give to Hampton. He tries to go off left tackle. He's got enough for a first down. Tim Hampton may go. He's to the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Tim Hampton, 74 yards.
74 yards, Graham, and nobody touched him. Nobody touched Tim Hampton. Welcome to the show, Graham. They had the Cardinals stopped wide. Eric Clay and Tim Hampton were stopped on the first series of downs. This time, Tim Hampton gets a ball and goes off left tackle, and nobody touches him. Nobody can stop the Clark County defense, Graham. It's like trying to stop them all. 3:51 to go in the first quarter. The Cardinals with 6 on the board.
Hampton will now the point after touchdown. Jerome Embry in to do the holding. It's a high snap, but Jerome brings it down, and it looks like it's been deflected. It's no good. Somebody may have gotten a hand on that one. It was a kind of a high snap. Jerome grabbed it and set it down, but it was deflected. So we have remaining in the first period with our score, Clark County 6, St. X nothing. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment right here on AM 1380 WHRS. Tim Hampton's kick taken on the 18-yard line. Brought out to the St. X 33-yard line by number 41, Steve Fernandez, 6 feet, 210 pounds. Clark County has just scored on a 74-yard run off left tackle by Tim Hampton behind the blocking of Tom Shropshire, Kevin Warner, and Dale Goff to put Clark County on top in this football game, 6-0. The extra point was no good. St. X now sends 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, lined up in the straight I formation. It's a give to the up back. No, it's kept by Lee Wagner right up the middle. He gets it up to the St. X about the
line. Pickup of 3 yards on the play will set up second down and 7.
Nice defensive play that time by number 66, James Stoltz. Tim Hampton, who just went 76 yards, also got a piece of it. Graham, a quick drive recap. The Cardinals took over on their own 17-yard line. They tried to establish the fullback and soften up the St. X interior defenses. They gave it to Kenny Davis on 2 successive carries to set up a 3rd and 1. And then Tim Hampton off left tackle with 3 minutes and 51 seconds left in the first quarter. He goes 76 yards in Louisville, going left to right, headed towards Winchester. Tim Hampton's kick was blocked. The score right now with 3:09 left. Clark County 6, St. X 0.
We're ready to go now. The official has signaled for time. St. X has twin sets to the far side now, still in the eye. Wagner drops straight back to pass, gets great protection, throws it long downfield
To Montano, and it's called down on the Clark County 46-yard line. Miguel Montano, the favorite target of Lee Wagner. That's his 40th catch this season. Coming into the game, he had 516 yards in receiving on 39 receptions. That's an average of 13.2 yards per catch and 2 touchdowns. And that time, Lee Wagner drilled it right in there to him. X up to the line of scrimmage. First down on the GRC 46. Split backfield. It's a pitch back to Carl Daly. He tries to take it wide to the near side and find some running room. Gets it right to just inside the 40-yard line where he's finally drug out of bounds by Eric Clay. But Carl Daly is the Tigers' leading rusher this season with 698 yards on 159 carries. That's an average of 4.4 yards per carry. He scored 11 touchdowns for the Tigers. He picked up more than I thought he did that time. A gain of about 8 yards on the play. Make it 9. Second down and 1. The ball is on the GRC 37-yard line. X running out of the Wagner. It sprints out to the far side, tucks it under, heads upfield, gets it over the 35-yard line down to about the 32, and that's going to be enough for a Tiger first down.
Nice run. Wagner following the blocking of his right tackle, number 77, Robbie Ringenberg at 5'11", 223 pounds. Graham, it appears obvious to me that St. X has done a nice job of scouting the Cardinals as they exchange films. As they're doing a good job of having their tight ends. They go with 2 tight ends, and they're putting their hats on Tim Hampton and Kenny Davis on the wide stuff, and they're making the cornerbacks like Clay and Bruton and Hudson come up and make the stop.
Out to the near side on the option. He was caught from behind but not brought down, and finally Eric Clay gets in here to drop him on the 30-yard line. Dwayne Morton had a piece of his jersey but couldn't bring him down, but he slowed him up a little bit, and then James Stoltz and Tom Shropshire came in to polish him off right on the 30. Gain of only 1 yard on the play will set up second down and 9 now for the Tigers.
Excellent penetration by Dwayne Morton. He actually had hold of Lee Wagner about 7 yards deep in the backfield, but Wagner put a spin move on him and got back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he picked up about 1 gram to set up a second and 9.
Flag on the play.
We have a flag on the play.
That might be a delay of game, Graham.
Yeah, that was a dead ball foul before the snap. Official coming over to give the signal. Offside against St. X. So that's going to set the Tigers back 5 yards to the Clark County 35. That will make it second down and 14 yards to go.
Graham, we didn't get a lineup as we told the audience for St. X, and they do have good size. Looking down on the field, their offensive front looks to be pretty good size. But Sean Roach and John Hatton have controlled the middle, and St. X is either throwing the football or going wide on every snap. So Tim Hampton, Kenny Davis, Dwayne Morton, and John Watson, Eric Clay, they've got to have a good game on the flanks.
Wagner again drops straight back to pass, and it's complete again over the middle to Montano. Down on the 25-yard line, pick up 10 yards on the play. It's going to set up third down and about 4 for X. But I'll tell you, I'm impressed with Miguel Montano, and Lee Wagner is threading the needle. Wagner comes into the game with 883 yards passing this season. He's 60 out of 126, just slightly under 50%. He's thrown 5 touchdowns. He averages 14.7 yards per completion. Wagner now calling the play. They're in the split backfield.